Hello all. Hopefully you are having a good day. I forgot to check my me camera. Sometimes, for some reason, the gamma or whatever is off so that I look like too dark or too light. I think I also forgot to turn my light on my camera, so that could be it too. Oop, as I'm dropping stuff. Let's try that. Okay. Configure. Properties. Yes, that's better. Apply. Go vague. Okay. We have Lego mail. Some of it, one thing didn't come, so I got. Let me turn this camera off because it doesn't reflect off the box. I got the potted Groot. I got the Stitch Brickhead too, but for some reason they put it like it didn't ship out with this stuff. It shipped out by itself. I don't know. But then I got the tulips because these were on sale for $7, which was like half price. And this was the free gift with purchase to go with our the other gift with purchase, like a little mini Lego city. Then I got the ukulele because it's Stitch. And then, of course, I got the bigger Stitch. And of course, like, my camera is like, I don't want to show you anything. But yes. So the plan is to do the Stitch, the ukulele, and the Brickhead Stitch kind of like as a set together. But you know. But that is my Lego mail. It came earlier today. Because, you know, I have to have a sufficient backlog. And as people file in, I'll probably wind up showing it once or twice more, I feel like. Okay. Let's sort some that I know I have bins for. Beedo. Welcome in, Crazy. I thought I fixed it so that Firebot would show up with it, and I did, yes. So it says, Crazy is the master of simulation and strategy games. From farming to flying high in the Concorde, they've been on a building spree, crafting Valentine's Day love and battling tornadoes. Tune in for a mix of gameplay and heartfelt chat from about mental health. It's a wild ride with tractors and tranquility all in one place. I don't know what it is about it. I go to read those and I'm like, blah, 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 blah. Like all of a sudden, I don't know how to talk. Come on, pop off. I don't think I have that kind of brick pre-sorted. Oh, flowers. Those definitely go to something. We don't even have pets anymore, but that's not stopping me from finding pet hair from the many, many years we had pets. Give me your wheels. Extra stickers. Root stickers to be specific. Minifigure legs. I've been finding lots of minifigure pieces as I sort through these, which isn't really surprising, but it is interesting, some of the ones I found. A motorcycle body with one wheel. Only one, though. That's there. And that goes there. I guess that's all for sorting today. Not much, but some of the time I talked about or showed the Legos. Lego mail from today. Let's see. I know I have you guys somewhere. Ah, there they are. And one down is those. And squares. Wrenches. Minifigure accessories. I know I have these, I just gotta find them. And I know I do because I opened them the other day and it turned. Hydrate, eat sugar W's. Okay, let me finish putting these few pieces away and then I will do those. I pulled the drawer open for these the other day thinking it was something else. So I know I have them somewhere. Ah, there we go. And then these I know are the few down here. this one. Okay. This is my last one of these, and then I'm going to have to switch to another candy. Not that I'm out or running low. I have a ton over there. It's just, this is the last one of this specific kind. Nope. Okay. The tab on my coat can be pulled. Okay. Coke can pulled my mustache hair. Dick thought I said my cocaine. Hey, I mean, maybe. Again, my penis cup. Because penis cup, it's adorable. So this is the pirate ship. What we got done last time. Sorry, I was playing with this camera trying to find, like, I don't know, what I thought at the moment was the best. You know, angle, whatever. But it's also kind of dark in this corner. I need to figure out better lighting, different lighting. I don't know. Something. And once I get both my monitors, because I sent the other one back, and another one should be delivered tomorrow, and then assuming that we can get the display ports to work, once I have the double monitor set up, I might try to move this second camera, like, over, you know? Like, I may take the sorting bin off my desk and kind of move the light and stuff over to this side and try to have it down, like, straight down instead of on an angle. But also, I'm going to try to switch from using the paper books to using the digital books. That way I won't have to worry about having this on my, like, another thing on my desk. We'll see how the digital goes. You're supposed to be able to, like, zoom in and stuff, and that's the problem I have sometimes. Like, I need to be able to look, like, super close, and that's why I keep using the book. But I have heard that you can do all kind of zoomy things, so we'll try it out at least once. Let's see what we got for Stream Raiders, where we are. Oh, that's right, we're starting over. Like, we had beat the boss. So, Stream Raiders will be starting on the left side of the screen. So we'll just go ahead and pick that, because I think really it's the same. Neither of them are loyalty. So we'll pick this one. That way, in case nobody really chimes in, it hopefully won't be too bad. And it wants me to do War Beasts, which are still only level 1, so I'm sorry. So, Stream Raiders is up, and if you want to play it, you can feel free to add in. I mean, I could even have this camera. The reason I keep it on that side is because of the cord, you know, going to the back of the computer. It is only so far, you know. Or it is only so long. So that's why I try to keep it on that side of my desk, because that's, you know, my tower is on that side. But we'll see what we can figure out. I forgot to keep... I try to keep somebody else, like, up in the background. Buttons, buttons, buttons. Okay. There we go. Ooh, looks like we'll be making windows this time. Or at least using window-like features. You stay over there. Okay. Let's put that further back on my desk. I know Rabbit is having a charity co-stream a charity stream, and that Carrot is co-streaming with her today. For I want to say it's called Stack Up. It's an organization that helps veterans through gaming, which is pretty interesting. Well, you have 2 monitors, one would hope. 6, 8, 10, 3, 4, 5, 10. Okay. Looks like we're building up the boat. You know, like there's always like the big room on the back and the big end room on the front end. I believe that's what we're working on. And I believe last stream we started bag 2 of our brick tax build, which is kind of fun. Speaking of brick tax, Crazy just redeemed brick tax. Brick tax, you say? Yes, yes, brick tax, brick tax. This is where we're at with our little house. Oh, I guess I didn't need to get out that bigger part of the house. Because this is what we did last time. This was our last step. Just like this one board and this little piece. So this time, we need 2 of those. And another one of those. So we're gonna put this here, and this here, and then this here. So that's the step. We put these 2 on and another end. Now I gotta remember what I was getting out. Oh, flats? Yep. Flat reds and angled greens. Hopefully next week we have more kind of back to our regular scheduled events timeline. He hasn't done a ton this week, but you know, onboarding makes that a thing. Like, it just takes a while. But he is enjoying it, so there's that. He took the one test Friday. Friday. Wednesday, his like star test. So now we're waiting for them to put in all his other classes, because right now he's got what they call like an onboarding class, where it like basically teaches them how to work through the program and whatnot, like where to turn in your homework, how to see what your homework is, all that kind of stuff. And then of course he has a homeroom, and then like a way to connect his regional person. But then it's music and PE, so we're waiting for them to add like math and science and social studies. Hopefully tomorrow at the latest, Monday. If it's not in there Monday, I'm gonna be like, excuse me, I have questions. And they had to make sure, like, they take that star test, and then they have to call, like, you have to press the button where you call a teacher essentially, and they come make sure that you answered it and finished it, whatever. And he said he did that.
This whole game is rigged.
So hopefully it's just a matter of then using that to get him allotted into the right classes, and then those classes on his schedule. So no one caught it. Oh, Diamond Dart coaster. I only have one of the giveaway ones left, so you don't get a choice. You just have to watch me do Sally. I thought that would be better. I don't know if it is or if that made it worse. I guess that's better. But now you can kind of see it in my other camera. I guess that works. Carrot keeps talking about how he keeps winding up with cat hair in his. Imagine that. He has the kitties and he's winding up with cat hair in his Diamond Dot art things. Who would have guessed? I'm just trying to, I'm like, did I miss? Okay, no. Let's dump out some of these that fell in the baggie versus that are still in the bag. After we finish this one, then I'll change the redeem a little bit. It's still working on Diamond Dot, but I won't be sending them to people. I will just be making them for myself because they're the ones I got for Christmas. Well, man, there we go. Sally's pretty simple though. Like, she's just like 4 colors. Mostly blue. One of these days I will remember to look at the time before I start. Maybe. Oh, we have ads in about 30 seconds. So I fixed up Firebot, and I'm no longer using like OBS chatbot and Firebot. It's just Firebot. Now I need to go through and make like you have like the about me, contact, all that kind of stuff. I need to do one for commands and get a list so you guys can see. I know some people do that. And also, how do you guys feel about like Okay, so when I go to somebody's channel and they have like, if you donate 15 bits, this will play. I don't feel like they're like, hey, spend money. Right. But I don't know how other people feel. I'm sure there are some people where they're like, if they see that, that's like a, it makes them feel like, oh, they want, like, I have to spend money. If I made a list like that, where like if you donated so many bits, this would happen, so many bits, that would happen, would that make you feel like you have to spend money, or just kind of like a cool bonus? Says, thank you for staying tuned during the break. It says, meanwhile, let's catch up on chat. Crazy Manituka's back and feeling the cozy vibes. Watch out for those mustache mishaps, though. Meanwhile, they're multitasking like a pro, juggling Stream Raiders and the wild Ladybug catch attempt in chat. But also, the Ladybug had other plans and escaped. The chat cries, rigged! Brick tax is real, folks. Keep those timer balls ready. It's all part of the Book 11 Lego Pirate Saga. My thing is, if they're going to spend money, then they will. If they don't want to spend money, then they won't. You do. Okay. Like, I just don't, like, I see it and I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'm broke and poor. I don't have money. But I then don't feel like, oh, I don't want to hang out here because it's expected. Welcome in, Beer Bear. Let's see what Beer Bear says. Beer Bear 8 is the rowing, cycling, and gaming dad who doesn't let diabetes or hearing loss slow them down. From 10K row races to Zwift bike rides, they're all about that active life, but don't think it's all work and no play. There's plenty of Nintendo Switch and PC gaming mixed in, whether it's a noodle session or a Deegan TTT. You can always catch them streaming something fun and energetic. Beer Bear I feel out of breath watching him. Like, I'm like, oh my god, I need a drink. How are you today, Beer Bear? I felt like I hit my truck last 3 nights when I'm done. But I sleep so. I imagine because your body's just like, we can't do any. Is it a little like Boo from Monsters Inc? Yada 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 bam. I'm always like, look at him go, but at the same time, ooh, that's too much activity for me. There is a local, I don't know if you really want to call it like community center or aquatic center, whatever, but they have like water aerobics and stuff. And we were waiting to see kind of like where we land financially now that our pay system is different. And I think, well, I know we've discovered we're good. So I'm going to look into how much it was because I can't remember from the last time I looked. And do that. And then I'll just get my water aerobics in. I finished the 10K row plan, so eventually I will do more just free rowing, but gonna take a few nights off from that. I don't blame you. That's a lot of rowing. Like, even if it's broken up over, however many days, weeks, whatever, that's still a lot of rowing. It's like your whole body is jelly when you get off. Either that or locked up tight, one of the two. May race tonight, like the bicycles. I did water aerobics at the last base we were at for maybe like 6 months or so, and I could definitely like tell a difference. So I may go back to try to go back doing that. Yeah, I set up a 100-mile training plan for my 160. You're crazy. So I'm gonna start doing it suggested cycling workout. Yeah, so you can build up to that. Because obviously you can't go from like biking just a couple miles to biking 160 miles. You need like, build up your stamina for that. But there's a race series going on that I will do in addition of the training is only for 100, and then I gotta do 160. That's crazy. Like, I can't even. My legs feel like jelly and I haven't even done anything. But yeah, because Boy Wonder has to do like a half an hour of PT gym, whatever you want to call it, whether that's bike riding, taking a walk, playing basketball, whatever, every day. We have to log it and turn it in like every 2 weeks. So if I can find like even free swim for him at the place at the same time I do water aerobics, I kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I just need structure, and yeah. I mean, like, because you build up to being able to do that, no problem, but you couldn't just, like, go from nothing to that. So Zwift is free for kids aged, like, 5 to 16. Oh, that's cool. And do you just, like... I assumed you had some kind of special bike or row machine that purposely synced up with that program. I wasn't sure exactly how you did it, but I assumed you had something like a Peloton or something where it's, like... connected. Maybe not literally a Peloton, but something like that. You can do any basic bike with a smart trainer if you take the back wheel off. Oh, okay. There's also wheel-on trainers that are smart, but they're... Yeah. I have a special all-in-one bike, which is very similar to the Peloton that uses Yeah, that's what I figured, that you had some kind of like Peloton, like I said, maybe not exactly that specific bike, but something similar that allows you to kind of like connect that all and then share what you're doing. We have a basketball hoop. And he'll go out and play that for a little bit. And then he'll ride his bike like up and down a couple times. I also have had the Woohoo Kicker snap wheel on and the direct drive trainer. Oh, look good. Okay. Yeah, he got like a pedometer with his school supplies, but he has a Fitbit. So I think the Fitbit would probably track that better, because this thing, like, even picking it up makes it count, So he needs to just wear his Fitbit again and I can keep track. Like I can keep track of minutes and miles and stuff like that, and he can even then wear it swimming. But that was one of the reasons I was thinking of joining that aquatic place, because I can just take him there and he can do his 30 minutes, in the pool. It doesn't have to be like today, because it's raining outside. He did the Just Dance on the Xbox or whatever we have it for, the Switch. He did like 30 minutes of Just Dance. Rower is water rower within software, which is like a tablet. Okay. You just HDMI capture card and then stream for Rowers. Got an Apple Watch and a Fitbit and a... Yeah, we bought them just like the basic, not the kid version. They have like one up from the kid version. Fantasy had got the kid version a couple years ago. She got like the princess one, so it translated to our phones, and then she got to play the game based on, you know, walking and stuff. Yeah, that's why I was like, man, there's got to be some, because there's like a list of like pre-approved things. And I was like, well, what was all on this list? Because it was in his like assignment for the day, what was available. And I was like, okay, tell me what's on the list, because it keeps raining. It'll rain for a little bit and then stop, but then it's still wet, all wet outside, so it's still hard to do things. And we don't have like sidewalks at all on our street, which is kind of why I'm hesitant about the bike, because people don't watch. You know what I mean? They're playing on their phone. So even if he is watching, that doesn't mean the car is. So he only goes like up and down the street, and he'll only do it a couple times because I think he gets worried too. So, and he'll do the same thing with his scooter. He'll go a couple times, but it only takes like 5 minutes. It's not, you know what I mean? He'd have to do it like 10 times a day to get his 30 minutes. So I figure if he can do like Just Dance, and if he does a little bit of the basketball, and then if we join that aquatic whatever place, he can swim for 30 minutes. Well, that's still good though. I mean, you get some outside, some inside. But there's a fair amount of options on his little PE thing, so that's good. And it doesn't have to, like, I could also take him to the zoo and we could walk around for a half an hour or an hour, you know, because it's still a walk. So we could do stuff. Right now, though, until they put his other like classes in from his STAR test, you know, like deciding if he's in a regular math, advanced math, slow math, same with English, whatever. Once they put those other classes in, we'll be able to get a better idea about like how much time he has between things and, you know, such. And then we'll be able to plan like to do things for PE better.
With the Wells Fargo Active Cash
Yeah, I
credit
usually
card,
walk
earn
with my
unlimited
3-year-old
2%
with the
cashback
dogs
on
after
purchases
work
you
before I
buy,
exercise.
alcohol,
We have a
and
few hours
lessons.
before wife gets home.
Wow.
Right.
And on what you
So I was
need,
like, we can go
memory foam
places and
insurance.
walk. It's just
That's real
right
life now.
now
Visit
there's a lot of free time, but I know that's not going to be the same once they put those other classes in there. But we did find out that they basically never have school on Fridays. There's no like live classes they have to attend as like a whole class. Now sometimes they'll have like small group, like people need tutoring or you're working on a project, so your small group that's working on the project meets on Friday, or you ask the teacher for more help. But there's usually not any like live everybody assigned classes on Fridays, which is nice. So he'll basically like never have school on Fridays. Which I'm sure he's not going to complain about, you know. He's not going to be like, oh darn, I really miss Fridays, you know, doing schoolwork. Okay, that was my 15-minute redeem for Diamond Got coasters. Yeah, so both him and Crazy won't have work/school on Fridays, which, you know, I'm sure they'll both enjoy. I got My brain farting. Oh, I got Lego mail today. I got 5 sets, I think. One of the sets I ordered didn't come today, though, because for some reason it got shipped out by itself. Oh, where'd you go, little dot? I didn't feel, or I didn't hear you hit the ground. Where did you go if you didn't hit the ground? Well, they usually have extra, so we'll bank on that. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets. I ordered 6, but one of them didn't come. And since they shipped, it's a small, tiny one. They shipped it out by itself, and it's coming by USPS because it's tiny. So now I have to wait till like Tuesday for it to come. Sad day. I was like, I can't find this. Duh, still have this tiny bin. This bag, this number bag, had lots of bags. It was like the big bag, buddy bag, then there's another bag inside, and a tiny bag inside. Or 2 tiny bags inside. Yeah, lots of bags. Lots and lots of bags. And I got both my monitors in on Tuesday, and then I futzed, and then one of them, the color was off. Like when I turned it on, and you have like the black screen because you plug it in and turn it on, there were like you could see like some of the pixels were off, and I was like, oh, but then when it came like all the way on, it looked okay. So I was like, maybe it didn't affect it. But then when I went to like use my camera with it, you could definitely see it affected it. It like the color was off. So I had to send it back, and it was no hassle. It went back just fine. But then I had to reorder it and wait for another one to come. Plus, while I was trying to plug it in, the display port thing like didn't want to work, so I feel like I have a million places to look for this one brick. But who knows? Maybe I wasn't doing something right. And Crazy will plug it in and it'll be like, what? No, we worked the whole time. That's my luck. Ooh, Streamer Raiders. Let's see, Stream Raiders battle. Oh, I keep getting the hiccups. Ooh, there are 7 of us. Crazy got all 6 in. Let's not do that one. Let's do that one. Okay, here goes nothing. I always forget what. Oop. That wasn't horrible. But we're not done either, so. Oh, my thing is just like, swat it down, swat it down. Woo! My war beast was like, yes, yes, die. I wonder who it's gonna pick. Oh my god, crazy! Okay, quest, collect. Collect. Now what do I need? 50 event tokens.
With Asana, it's easy to monitor projects across teams and track status and progress at a glance. So you and your team
Seriously?
can make smart
No
decisions
leveling up?
faster. Try it for free at asana.com.
I noticed that they had flying and we had no range, so I threw my musketeer there real quick. She did not. I will text her in just a second. Let me get this set up and I will text her. I don't think it's actively raining, so you're probably good to just meet her at the school with her bow. 13, 16, 16, 14, 20, 11 it is. Ooh, collecty. Let's do the unknown chest and hope for more players. It wanted me to get points from buffing. Let's do a flag bearer. I don't think it said anything about like more appearing over time. So I'm gonna guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sometimes I zoom in to get a better. I'm gonna say there's 9, but you know, that doesn't mean, oh, only 9, you know. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, well, I texted her. Let's see if she texts back. I've been slacking on my Pokemon and I've not been doing my Poke Dailies or cycling through.
Hi, I'm Danny Phantom.
Welcome in, Danny. Did it scare you this time still? Oh, hello, Mr. Harold. Her all. Oh, I will get it yet. Okay, let's see. It says, yeehaw, movie buffs and brick enthusiasts. Danny Phantom is the pint-sized Texan with a big love for Star Wars, Marvel, Disney, and Harry Potter. They're your go-to for Lego builds and family-friendly fun. Last seen wrangling phantoms in a Just Chatting rodeo. From Marvel roundups to Disney trip tales, whether it's a galaxy far, far away or a magical castle, this kiddo's got you covered. That's a different one. Listen, I don't make it up. They do it. Mr. Hurrell is the master of brick building and tech, crafting a cozy corner of Twitch where you can chill and chat, where they conjure up magical creations from a never-ending natural history museum to twinkling Gringotts Bank. They've got the touch that turns Lego into gold, with a side of Santa's cheer and guest appearances. It's always fun and it's always a fun and educational ride. Wonder when people find the extra A and they, like the ghost letter that pops into existence. It's like opossum. It's there, but not. Okay. This is the 3-in-1 pirate ship. I bought 2 of them, so we're doing the pirate ship and what they call the inn. I call it the pirate hangout. But we're not gonna do. I didn't buy a 3rd one to do the like skull cave. Yeah, Book Levine. Yeah. Possum. So it's pretty cool. We have 2 zoo memberships. We have one for our local zoo, which is like a half an hour away, you know, because you drive from the suburbs into the city. And then we have one for the Memphis Zoo because Memphis is only 2 hours from us. And by the time you buy 4 tickets, you might as well just buy the zoo membership and be done with it. But they have like a nocturnal house. So it's like a building, and the lights are on at night and off during the day. So when you walk in, they have 2 sets of doors. You know, the door to the outside, and they ask you to come in and make sure that first door is closed. And then you open the second door and go in, so that way you're not disturbing the animals with the bright sunlight outside in the middle of the day when you're there, because they're all nocturnal animals. And then during the day when it's light outside, they have the lights turned off inside. And so that the animals think it's nighttime and they're awake and you can actually see them, which is different from any other zoo we've gone to. There's always been like, oh, this animal's nocturnal, and then you never really get to see them do anything. So they have confused the animals and made them think it's night when it's day and day when it's night. But then when you go there, like we came the last time we went, we were there early enough that the lights were still on inside the building, so it was kind of cool. And they got to like, you got to see them feed the bats, and man, they were flying back and forth all over the place as she was like filling up the little bowls and setting them out. And they have like 3 different types of bats. I love bats. Thank you, Zach. How are you doing? What? How is it a hype train? Is that like because there were so many people? I think I've had a hype train once before. This is fantastic and very exciting. Welcome in, everyone. My name is Book Loving Builder. I build Legos, and I do diamond dots, and I talk about books, and I'm only slightly PG-13, mostly not PG-13. Thank you, Aaron Preston, for the follow. Ooh, I met my follower goal. Woohoo! Woohoo! I don't know what I do. I'm just kind of here, and we just kind of talk about whatever happens. Thank you for the bits, Crazy. We just kind of talk about everything. I also play video games on Sundays. I usually stream earlier in the day, but my husband was out of town. Oh, King Ollendorf, thank you for the follow. I'm always afraid I'm going to mess somebody's name up too, so I'm sorry if I totally butcher your name. But welcome in, everybody. I play games on Sundays. The last couple weeks we've been playing. Thank you. I think there's a rest in peace dino in there somewhere. A rainbow version of it and a regular version. I'm always like, I have no idea. So if I butcher it, just let me know. I will most assuredly mess something up. And then sometimes it happens like too fast for me to read because my brain's still trying to figure it out. Thank you for the follow, VG Silverhand and Dragon Boots. I love that. My daughter would love your name. She's obsessed with dragons. But today we're working on the 3-in-1 pirate ship. We're doing the pirate ship, and then I bought a second one to do what they call an inn. I just call it the pirate hangout. It only stays up for like 10 seconds. It's weird. I need to get on there and make it longer. Bye. Thank you for popping in, and I'm happy I got it right the first time. Yes, no, you do your post stream thing. I totally understand. You do stretches and potty breaks and foods and all the other stuff that goes with that. And ignore my bandage. I caught it on a cookie tray last night because I'm accident prone. But yes, we're working on the 3-in-1 pirate ship. We got bags like 1 through 5 done on Tuesday, and now it's like 6 through 9 today. Is the hope. The hope does not always carry on. I have Stream Raiders going if anybody is interested in that. If not, that's cool too. But yes, I build Legos and play video games and just kind of ramble from one thing to the next. And I talk about books a lot. Mostly the inappropriate type books. So if that is not your thing, I am sorry. I see your joke, Garfield. Let's see. What do you call the leader of a biology gang? I did call you Garfield. Isn't that what I'm supposed to call you? I don't know. What is GRFD? I don't want to say your name. Your real name, anyway. But yes, what do you call the leader of a biology gang? A nucleus. Right, girlfriend, Gerft. We can come up with some stuff. It takes all my, like, whatever. It takes, I don't know. I don't want to say your name, and it takes a lot of brain power to not say it. And then I could have sworn Crazy was calling you Garfield, so I was like, okay, that's what we're calling him. I don't know what to call you. I know who you are, but I don't know what to call you. But that's because I know who you are in real life. Oh, he just calls you Dick. This is my friend. He's our 6-foot Dick. You can take that any way you want to. Those 2 inches really matter. We're going to make a bendy, so this is probably going to wind up being a door or something. Listen, 2 inches would matter to me because I'm not even 5 foot tall. 2 inches don't matter. Hello, Radbuilt. How are you today? Listen, the only person who's not taller than me is Boy Wonder, and that's because he doesn't grow. Which isn't good, but I'm taking it, for right now anyway. Been doing good. We are adjusting and we're working to get some kind of normal schedule with his new schooling. I think he's done like a total of 5 hours of work all week so far. But I know that is not like something that's going to be like every week. It's because he's still what they call onboarding. So he's just doing like the learning like how to navigate their stuff kind of a deal. Listen, you stupid little brick, turn. I know once that part is over, we will go back to like a regular school day. But Yeah, the homeschooling but not homeschooling. It's like virtual learning that they did during COVID, really. But he's liking it, and he found the their system easy to use and navigate, so that's good. And he's taken his STAR test and all that. So hopefully he'll have his other classes soon, because they use that STAR test to determine like what speed or what like how much they know, so they decide, okay, well, they should be in an advanced class, they should be in an average track class, they should be in the slow track class. So hopefully tomorrow, or over the weekend, he gets those other classes, so we can get a better idea of what his schedule will be like going forward. And then we can figure out, because right now all he has is like his homeroom teacher, like an onboarding class where they walk you through where to find everything and how to turn your assignments in and how tests will work and that kind of a deal. And then like a point of contact for the regional lady. And then yesterday they put in PT, like physical ed, and his music class. So hopefully, like I said, tomorrow, over the weekend. Yeah, it's like an orientation. And so he had to go through all these, you start at the top, and it gives you like a syllabus and shows you what, like how to contact the teacher and things like that. And then, okay, so this is how you find your class. This is how you click, like where to click to go into that class. This is how you join a live class. These are the things you have to do every day to be counted for attendance. This is how you check your email. This is, where you find your homework. This is where you find your grades. This is how you upload a file and attach it and send it if you're whether it's your assignment or a piece of a test or whatever. This is where you have discussions, because some of the classes, they'll like ask a generalized question, but it's in this discussion forum, and then you just join in the thread, and it teaches you where to find that and how to do that, and on and on and on, all the things. But that's kind of what it's like an orientation. So he did that starting on Monday, and then took his STAR tests on Tuesday, where they figure out, or Wednesday, where they figure out what kind of track, advanced, normal, slow for things he is, and then how would PE work in that situation. So they sent him a ball, like a dodgeball type ball, and a pump to pump it up, and like a 9-foot jump rope, and a pedometer. And then every 2 weeks, it's my job to fill out this PDF with what he did every day, and then for how long. So walks count. If he goes swimming, it counts. If we were to go to the zoo and walk around, it would still count as a walk. Basketball, riding his bike. And some days it's free choice, so you get to do whatever. And some days they'll have to do a specific thing, like we want you to do 20 burpees and so many sit-ups and so many push-ups, just examples, not necessarily specifically that, but something like that. And then I have to log it all in every 2 weeks and turn that in. Today it's raining outside, so it rains for a little bit and then stops, and then rains and then stops, so it's kind of wet outside even when it does stop. So today he played like 30 minutes of Just Dance on the Switch, because dance counts on there. Yeah, homeschool triathlete program. Okay, they want it this way. Oh, yes, but no. Yes, I see. So you have like the window. And plus, like, if he were to play soccer or something like that, going to soccer practice would count for his 30 minutes of PE. You know, if they're in sports or things like that. My child is not athletic. He did soccer for a little bit, and sometimes he says he wants to do it again. But pulling him away from the computer rarely happens, so I don't know how much he actually wants to play it versus saying he wants to play it. But yeah, so, and they'll do things like it seems like at least once a week they have like where you can log into like this virtual classroom, and they do yoga, so that could count for PE one day. But they have a bunch of stuff, and it is like the most in-depth. So I can click on his class, and then I can go to a specific assignment, and then I can go in that assignment and like go through it step by step and see what he's completed and what he hasn't. I can go like all the way in just as he sees it as he's doing it. It is like they give you the most like ability to see what your kid is doing and what exactly their curriculum is. So like you can really like see where they're having trouble or whatever, and then you can step in and help if you need to, or if they don't want you to help, you can, you know, I mean, it's really neat that you can see so in depth into it. And one of the things I like is, so it's a complete, like their email system and really their whole system is a completely closed circuit. So if he sends an email to somebody, I get a copy and I see exactly what he said to the person and who he sent it to. If somebody sends him an email, I see exactly what they sent to him and who sent it. So even students emailing each other, both parents or what they call a learning coach, it's the adult that is assisting in their teaching, gets a copy. So I think it would be very hard to do any kind of bullying or anything like that, because adults are going to see it. It's like immediately. As soon as you send it, I get a copy. As soon as somebody sends him something, I get a copy. And like they do have a chat feature where they can chat to each other in this one, in one of the programs they have. But again, it's closed circuit, so only people within the system can do it. And you know, sometimes the people in the system are the problem. We've all seen that on the news. But at the same time, there's people monitoring it. So if things are happening, somebody's going to see it. Well, you hope somebody's going to see it. One in on each side. So, like, Joe Schmo couldn't find his email address somewhere that is like his school email address, and then just email him. It wouldn't go through, he wouldn't receive it. Ooh, we're making a disc. But yeah, it's pretty neat. And they sent us all kinds of textbooks for him and things like that. They sent the PE stuff, but then they also sent a recorder, rhythm sticks, a tambourine. So when he does music, he's doing that. And like I was watching the one thing he was going through, like the one. It's not really his assignment because it's from before he started, but you know, they leave them open so you can go back and reference things that you might need based on what they're talking about right now. You know what I mean? Because it builds on each other. And so on the screen, it had like 8 different kinds of guitars, and he could click on the different guitars and it would play sounds like somebody was strumming the guitar, so he could tell the difference between the different types of guitars. And then it had like 10, in another slide, it had like 10 percussion type things. So it had a timpani and bass drums and, a triangle and tambourine and all different kinds of things. And every time he could click on it, and it would make the sound of that instrument. And they're encouraged to join band and all kinds of stuff. So I think the thing right now is they can join groups of as low as 2 and up to 5, I want to say. And they can get on Minecraft and make a world on Minecraft, but the theme has to be like solving world issues. So like build a recycling center in your Minecraft world, a water, like something that would take the plastic out of the ocean in your Minecraft world, and then they can submit it. And they had like an art competition where the kids could, like, the winner would get like $1,000 towards college. And they can only join if they're part of this K-12. So they do lots of things to like advocate, and they can later, as they get older, shadow people at their job as part of like a career pathways program. And they can check out different jobs, because you may have in your head that a job is like this specific job, this is what they do, but that's really like a big picture kind of thought about the job. That's not like the nitty-gritty day-to-day that happens in a job like that. So then by shadowing, they can decide, this job isn't quite what I thought it was. It's a lot more paperwork than what I thought it was. And I don't really want to spend my adult life filling out paperwork to be able to do the fun part of my job 10% of the time. Kind of a deal. And so they could shadow people, learn about different jobs that way. It's pretty interesting. Okay, so that's our ship so far. Now I think we're doing another one of these for this side. But yeah, I think he's gonna like it, and that he's gonna do really well, because he's pretty self-motivated. We've been trying to get like a kind of a flow started, like, so he gets up when I take her to school, then gets in the shower, and if it's shower day, and then he eats breakfast, and we get on his computer, and we go through his email, and then we look at what's due that day and what time classes are, and we write them down. Like on a Monday morning, we write down kind of all the scheduled stuff for the week, like live classes that he has to tune into. And then we look at what he's, what time things are and what assignments he has for that day. And then go from there, like, okay, maybe do this assignment before, that live class you have to be at. Okay, let's see. Sorry, I think... Oh, nope, not that. Sorry, I thought maybe Fantasy messaged me, but nope, it was something else. Okay, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't her going, "Where are you? It's not me. It's not me today." But yeah, I think... a routine, that's the word I was looking for before. We're trying to get like a routine, at least for like in the morning. There are you. Already on there, that's where. Yeah, it's gonna be, and they can do this all the way. He can graduate in this program. He doesn't have to go back into the public school if he doesn't want to, like where he came from. If he doesn't want to go back to that, he doesn't have to. And in high school, they can, I don't want to say double major because that sounds whatever, but it kind of is like that. They can take college courses while they're in high school. And some of them graduate a year early because unlike a public school, and it's still a public school, but like unlike a regular high school where you can only take that class these 3 periods a day, so if you can't fit it in there, then you can't take it, or you know what I mean? Like you have to make things fit. They can just take it, you know? And so then they can graduate early because they can double things up, or they can take some college courses while they're still in high school. And there are accredited colleges and things like that. And this, if he chooses to graduate in this program, it is, it's not like where they're like, oh, yeah, but that doesn't really count. It does. And like, if we had chose to do this while we were still in the military, then he, technically would have switched from like in this state to that state. The curriculum would have stayed the same. So that's a big thing when you move with kids in the military. I mean, I know you're military, so you know, but one school they go to is at this, and then they go to the next one, and what they're teaching them there, they learned last year in school, or vice versa. They haven't even learned those, that stuff yet, and now they're so confused. So this would just follow them, and it would keep the same everywhere. Let's see, Stream Raiders. Ooh, we got a bunch of people. 40 peoples. Against their 9. I think we'll be okay. Look at that guy. He is like sprinting across the screen. Oh, he died. That's alright. I wonder about these characters sometimes. They like want to go up and around instead of just through the pathway. I love those screams. Ah! Whoop whoop, we did it! And I always just do the random rewards. That way, no matter your skill set or level, you have a chance to get prizes. Laura Skywalker and Aglegma. I hope I said that right. We can upgrade the Saint. Woohoo! Welcome in, Laura. How have you been? Hopefully you're doing well. What did I need? War Beast, if able, or 5 assists from buffering. Ooh, we'll do this one because it's a fancy loyalty chest. Oh, never mind. Eventually I will learn. Let's see. So we can go top or bottom. Both will lead to a loyalty chest. Do we want to go back up or go to the bottom? Because this one is a bronze chest and this one is a silver chest. So the silver chest will probably give out better prizes. But there will also be probably more bad guys. Sorry, I'm trying to get away all my notifications away. That way, if she messages, I will be able to see. We'll go to the bottom. I was like, why does it look like that? Oh, because I went. Because I did that. Nope, still can't use my... So let's do... Let's do you. my little penguin tank guy. And battle plans in case anybody needs them. I don't know why I got out. In case anybody needs them for like questy stuff. Okay, I did that. I need windows, but not those windows. Not that windows either. These windows. Sorry if I missed anybody coming in. The chat was moving at a steady clip there for a little bit, and it was hard to see. Make sure I didn't miss any redeems or anything like that. Nope. Okay. But yeah. So I think, I mean, it's pretty interesting. So we're just gonna roll with it and see where we get. I don't doubt that there's gonna be days where it's gonna be like pulling teeth to get him to do the work he needs to do. But I feel like that wouldn't really matter if he was home or there. It would probably be the same. Because we all have days where we're like, no, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to do that. We can look at my Lego mail that came today, if anybody wants to. I got 5 sets. I was supposed to get 6, but one got shipped, like, completely by itself. So it's not coming till Tuesday. Rude. Now we have the windows, and they open. At least for now they open. Who knows if later they'll continue to be able to be opened or not. Ooh, we're making a chair. You'll save your opening. Like I said, I opened the box for Mayan because it wasn't just my Legos. And Crazy may want to show himself tomorrow. He may not want me to show it. Plus, there was a huge box. I was like, where am I going to put this box? It was ginormous. So I got Brickhead Groot. And then these were on sale for like $7, and they're normally $15. So I got them to go with all my other flowers. And this was the gift with purchase. It's a flower store. And I think it's gonna be about the same size of this House of the World set that I have. So maybe it could be like a mini Lego city, you know, because their buildings aren't as big. And then I got the ukulele 3-in-1. I only got one because I only plan on making the ukulele to go with my Stitch. Because I got the Stitch set. The one that got shipped by itself is the Stitch briquette. I don't know why it got shipped by itself. But because it got shipped by itself and it's such a tiny box, it is coming by USPS, which means it's going to take longer to get here than like 2-day UPS. Yes, I went to order the 3, the 2 Stitches and the ukulele to go with the Stitch, and the Groot brickhead and the flowers, and then it was like, if you spend $200, I'm like, damn, now I have to spend $200. And Crazy was like, well, what else is there? I was like, no, I'll just stick the new brickhead, Harry Potter brickhead things on, and ta-da, that's $50. That's like the difference. And he's like, but what else is there? I'm like, fine, I guess you can get something too. But the gift with purchase is mine. And then something about the pre-orders and paying with PayPal messed stuff up. So my sorting hat got sent to my old address. And luckily, the lady who moved in after me is super sweet. And I still have friends up there. So she held it for my friend, and my friend came and got it, and then she went to the post office, and she was like, I'll send it to you, and you just pay me back, the shipping cost. Where is the circle? There it is. So that is coming also by USPS, which means it probably won't come till like over the weekend or beginning of next week. Oop, we're in ads. But yeah. So I've discovered, so the address isn't anywhere on my PayPal. The first time it happened, I was like, oh man, it's my fault. But now I know that it's not anywhere on there, and I even went and double checked. So it's got to be something with the pre-orders that does it. And then I was in Lazy Stream, and he was saying, yeah, it's something about like PayPal and pre-orders, and they get messed up if you pay with PayPal. And so I was like, okay, I won't be doing that anymore. Because the first time I was like, oh man, it's my fault. I didn't make sure that address got taken off of there. And it must have, goofed up and added that. But I've ordered probably 10 times since that. And I haven't had a single problem. I pre-ordered this and I had an issue again. So it's got to be the pre-orders. More windows. So I just won't pay with PayPal anymore to the Lego website. Okay, not one with nubbies on it. Hello, Trowel. Welcome in. How are you today? Hopefully well. It looks like that. This. And this. Yeah. So, I don't know exactly what it is with PayPal and the pre-order and it wanting to send it to my old address, but in an effort to make sure it doesn't happen again, I just won't use PayPal to pay for Lego anymore, like on the Lego website. Either that or I've got to become like psycho about checking the address on the order. I need a cup. Ooh, a map piece. I bet it's this one. It is. It's like a map. Sorry about that. I forgot that I tipped that camera up a little bit to show the boxes better. Yes, Carrot, do all the stuff you need to do. Don't worry about it. Usually by now I'm doing the lurkies, but I would have had to wait to stream even later if Crazy still wasn't home, because I would have to go get her from archery practice, but he was home, so that worked. And he should be back soon. Usually she gives me like a thumbs up or whatever that she got my text, but she didn't, so that's also a little concerning. But it shows both little greeny bubbles sent and received, so Or who knows? He probably met a dad there and they started talking. Back from refresh. One of you and one of you. Oh, Beer Barrett, thank you for the subscribe. I was like, what made that noise? I'm the one who set it up and I still don't know. Thank you so much for the subscribe. Take that, ads. That's I know. I subscribed on Carrot's page, and he's like, "You didn't have to do that." I was like, "I was so tired of ads." That's how they get you with the ads. They're like, "No, people hate ads. We'll just make a way for them to pay and skip them." Ad breaks like 90% of the I know. I try to only do it like an hour for like 3 minutes. Refresh. Right? Like, that's Twitch's whole thing. They're like, people hate ads. If we just put ads in, they'll pay to skip them. And I know we'll do it 2 ways. They can pay each page to skip the ads, or they can become a turbo member and skip everybody's ads. Ah, yeah, the Bezobuck one. Right? You get it for free. You just, like, rotate between the channels you like. We only have, I mean, I guess it's true of, like, most households. Most households, it's not like you and your spouse each have an Amazon Prime, because why pay for it twice? So, I mean, while we both have our own Amazon account, we don't both have Prime, because why pay for it twice, you know? So we only have one Prime sub between the two of us. But I'm not going to pay for a whole nother Amazon Prime subscription just so I have 2 free subs to give out. Yeah, you have a family account. So the kids haven't, like, we could put them, like, on a family account. I still have my own, because a lot of the books that I get ARCs for come through Amazon straight to your Kindle, and I can't let anybody else have access to them. So that's kind of, you know, like, I have my totally own account. I just don't have Prime on it. And so that people can send me stuff like that and it not be an issue. But yeah, the kids are finally old enough where we've looked at their teen account, which allows them to shop on Amazon and put it in the cart, but they can't check out. Grand Admiral Quack, welcome in! Welcome in! How are you doing? So it allows the kids to shop and put it in their cart, but they can't check out. If that makes sense, then the parent or whoever gets a notification, hey, do you want to allow this to go through? Yeah, Wheel Quack. I'm good. We are building the pirate ship that I told you they had, because I bought it. I bought 2 of them. So I could make the pirate ship and the inn Oh my god, we were at Walmart, and I know I hate that place, but I had to go get a DisplayPort cable for my monitor. They had these giant ducks, and I was like, oh, Grand Admiral Quack. I was like, he would love those giant fluffy ducks. Hopefully, you and Mrs. Quack have been doing well. Yeah, I was so tempted to like take a picture and send it, but I was trying to herd children in and out of the store before they got ideas to ask questions for things. I was like, nope, we're just going in to get the one cable I need, and then we're leaving. Okay, that is like that. Listen, it said, I'm done for the day. It says it's quitting time. No worky worky. Was it Crazy's work like a month ago? They kept having power outages. Like the power in their building kept going out. And I was like, I don't know. I think you should all just pack your stuff up and go home. The computer or the power said, no thanks. I'm not doing it today. And he's like, if I was in charge, I totally would, but I'm not. Yeah, no but mom. When I have to get on you habitually. Okay, so I saw a video the other day and I'm seriously thinking of like implementing it. This woman, it wasn't really like, it didn't show her face. She was like vacuuming and kind of like filming what she was doing. She was saying that her kids have chores, you know? And she won't remind them to do their chores. If they don't do their chore, they get a consequence chore. That means it's a worse chore than what they would have had to do if they just done their chore to begin with. So if their chore was to do their laundry and they didn't do it, now your chore is to mop the floor. Your chore is to clean the sink, to cut the grass, you know, like whatever. It's a consequence chore. And I was like, I remind them to empty the dishwasher far too many times in a day. Like, and then like one of them will do it. And then for like the next 2 days, but I emptied it myself the other day. And I'm like, that's great. The other day has come and gone. Empty the dishwasher. Instead of just being like, I'll empty the top and you empty the bottom. You know? No, we gotta like talk about it, or I did it. And I'm like, sure you did, but how do you know she hasn't done it now too? Right. Like it's a new day. We're moving on. But I was like, consequence chores. I'm liking the sounds of this because I am so tired of it. I'm so tired of going, don't forget, it's your day to do your laundry. Or don't forget to put your clothing in the dryer. Listen, it's hard enough remembering I gotta do my own, let alone reminding you yahoos to do yours too. I said we could go out to dinner if you wanted, and then I told you Boy Wonder was gonna make beef and broccoli in the crockett pot, which he hasn't started yet, so we can go out to eat. Where would you like to go? Since this would be his second failed night in a row of dinner, we could go someplace he doesn't like. Chewy's. We could go to Chewy's. I never turned down Mexican makeup hole. Some of us have restaurants that others don't have, though. I love P.F. Chang's, but the closest P.F. Chang's to us is 2 hours away in Memphis. Which I seriously will hit up next time we go to Memphis, which will be sometime this month to get the rest of my shelves. Everybody will be forced to eat P.F. Chang's. Either that or drop me off, go somewhere, and come back and get me. I don't care. Chuy's, it's Mexican. It's spelled C-H-U-Y. It's like Tex-Mex, you know, fast food, or, you know, Tex-Mex type. It's definitely they make their shells right there, and you can watch them making them. They're delicious. I love them. They do not open a giant pack in the back and just heat them up. You can see them making the dough and then, you know, rolling it out and then cooking them right there. I love Chuy's. Like, he's 13 and he knows it's his day to cook. He's just too engrossed in his video game to stop doing what he needs, you know, stop doing that and doing what he needs to do. Consequence chore. I guess he has to start going to bed at 8:30 since he didn't cook this week. Because that's what allows him to stay up late. Now you're hungry?
You can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons.
Sorry, Beer Bear. Yeah, Chuy's does sound like a pet place, though. It reminds me of that company. I think it is called Chuy's or something like that, where you can have like your pet food and stuff delivered to your house. It is Chewy. It's C-H-E-W-Y. Unless I eat like 600 calories of rice and veggies. I'm hungry. We go through an obscene amount of rice in our house because it's Boy Wonder's like favorite food. He would eat rice every day. Yeah. Yeah, the Chewy.com. But this one is C-H-U-Y. It's Mexican Chewy. But yeah, he loves rice. So we go through a lot of rice. He would eat it every day. One of them would eat potatoes every day, and the other would eat rice every day. So we're usually having one or the other in some variation on any given day. Fantasy blames it on me because I ate a lot of potatoes when I was pregnant with her. I worked one shopping center over from a McAllister's Deli. If you don't know what a McAllister's is, I'm sorry. They're delicious. Their potatoes have gotten significantly smaller, which is sad. But when I was pregnant with her 14 years ago, the potatoes were ginormous, like this big. And I would get butter and sour cream and bacon and cheese, sometimes pot roast, on these potatoes. And I would order ahead when I knew it was almost my lunchtime. So that way I could just run over, pick up, and come back and eat lunch. And I would eat these giant potatoes like every day. So she blames me for her love of potatoes. Yeah, I love McAllister's. We also have Jason's Deli. I don't know if you have one of those. It's kind of similar. And I mean, I guess another one would be like the Potbelly place. They're kind of similar. When we were in Virginia, there was a Potbelly's. I'm not sure if there's one near us anymore. Like where we live now. Look at our fancy windows. They're all basically the same kind of concept. Soup, salad, potatoes, things like that. Okay. Okay, I guess you just... Oh, I see. I see, said the blind girl to her deaf brother. So, those ones we put down here that were on that tippy thing, you lock it and then tip it forward, and then it just rests against those two blocks. So then you have an angled back window. Pardon me, I get really excited when I figure something out. Okay, there's not a ton left in there. We'll do that. So I like those sandwich places, but I'm not a huge fan of like Subways and stuff like that. Like if I want a cold cut sandwich, I can just go home and make one. Last time we went to Sam's Club, they had those. Do you know I always forget the brand, what it is, but those big soft pretzels that are in the frozen section? They had the Sam's Club size box with like 20 of them in there, and I was like, hello, my deep freezer needs you. Yeah, like if I want lunch meat isn't hard. I can do that myself at home. I get it if you're out and you're trying to kind of eat healthier. A sandwich is probably a better alternative to like Wendy's or McDonald's or Chick-fil-A or whatever else. Like the sandwich is probably a healthier option than some other places. But I think even of the sandwich places, I would go to Subway last. I like Jersey Mike's, but you can get any sandwich, sub, whatever you want to call them, that you get at Jersey Mike's, you can also get as a salad. So I get like the what is it? Like the Philly cheesesteak type one, but I get it as a salad instead of a sandwich. Mainly because they mess up a sandwich every time I go. Boop, boop. I get mine with just peppers, pickles, and meat. They always want to put onions and cheese on it. So a salad is less likely to get ruined. Because now they've got like a different mindset. So they start reading the ticket. But still sandwich places, I don't have anything against them per se. It's just I could make a sandwich at home. Okay, let's see. I did a cross. Then we put these on. But listen, I could eat Chick-fil-A nuggets like every day, all day. And I found these nuggets at Sam's Club. And when you put them in the air fryer, they have that same kind of crispiness. And it's the same kind of type of nuggets. Of course, they're not exactly the same, but like the same kind of size and whatnot. And I like those, and they're not a bad price. Okay, I'm gonna take the few pieces that are left in the big bucket out. Yeah, I love me some Chick-fil-A. We want one space. So I'm sure everybody has seen that Wendy's has officially lost its mind with its dynamic pricing. Stream Raiders, there's 44 of us this time. Against, I don't know, maybe 21, more than I thought of. I missed that pile right there when I was glancing. Beer Bear with all the kills. Rad Bill's got assists. There's only 6 enemies left. Do 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 do. Two people left. I was like, what are we doing? I guess it's because it's these dummy things, so you have to keep walking. Like, it only reacts once you get so close. And then it's like, nobody knows what they're doing. Rad Bills and Laura Skywalker. Look at you, Laura. Twice in a row. There's some Necromancer scrolls. Upgrade my Necromancer. I'm not even doing it. I am just choosing random because that way it kind of gives everybody, because some people I've watched, they only want to give it to like the high, like whoever has the most kills and the most assists, which is great. But if you're just starting out and your people aren't that high, you're not going to get the most kills or the most assists. And then somebody rotate between the most and the least, but then the people in the middle are left out. So I just do random. And this way, everybody's got the same amount of chance, possibilities, however you want to put that. Okay, no more of those. And then we're going to do the loyalty chest, because those are the best. Can I do... Nope. He's still on Timey Times Out. I'll do my vampire. All the peoples. It doesn't say anything about ones appearing over time, so it looks like 5, 10, 13, 14, 15, 21 maybe? Okay, so I got this cup at my book signing last weekend. If you are easily offended, you probably should look away. You have a great day, Beer Bear. And hopefully I will catch you when you're on later. With your bicycling today, you think you said. It's got peens on it. All different size peens with little legs. I had to. He's just so adorable. I mean, it is a romance author book signing. There were lots of peens there. Oh, I got 2 of those. I only need 1. We went over on Tuesday some of the books I bought, and I was like, listen, I just want to let you all know that it doesn't take much for me to buy a book. In fact, this one, the one was like, the first line of the blurb was like, I didn't mean to kidnap her. Okay, I'm curious. In the bag you go. And another one was, the lady was like talking about, she's like, and this book is about a serial killer. And I'm like, and so, put it in the bag. I have to know now. One of them, the lady was explaining, and she's like, okay, so this is a reverse harem. She winds up with Jack Frost, an elf, and a yeti. Sold. I'm intrigued. It really doesn't take much, and I'm curious. One of them, the title was Thick and Beefy. I was like, okay, let's go. You have to come home with me. all those steps. But it was lots of fun, and I'm going to try to go to another book signing that isn't terribly far from us. It's about like 2.5, 3 hours, you know. Like depending on which way you go with traffic and all that. In August. So. Okay. Am I holding this the right direction? Yes. Yes, I am. Now we have this little fancy top. But I got 50. I had 59 books in my pile that I brought home, but I did pre-order 2 that haven't actually come out yet. So technically 61. Where do you find out about all these book signings? Is there like a Discord or Facebook group? Okay, so a lot of times if you sign up for an author's newsletter, in the every author I know of, it's always all the way down at the bottom. I shouldn't say that I know of, that I'm signed up for. All the way down at the bottom, it'll have like a list of all the book signings they're going to that year. Or sometimes you can go to the author's website and they will have what book signings they're going to that year. And I believe there is a group on Facebook where people just talk about different signings all over the place. But also, it's a website called Eventbrite. Like, event, the word, and then BRITE. I can get the link and put it in the chat. They'll have, that's where a lot of the places put their tickets through, because it's an easy kind of, yeah, that one. You can type in book signing and just put no area, and you'll find ones that way too. But I want to say there's one in Chicago called Brae, BRAE. I may be a little off, and it may be somewhere else. But I know there's like one in Kansas City. There's one in Northern Iowa. There's one in Peoria, Illinois. There's ones in Vegas. There's ones in Dallas, Texas. There are ones in Washington, D.C. There's probably, they're all over the place. So, like I said, you can try Eventbrite and just type in book signing, or even go into Facebook and just put in the search bar book signing, or a city and a book signing, and you'll find tons of them. This one that I want to go to in August is in Fort Smith, Arkansas. But yeah, you can find them all over the place. A lot of times I find them based on like authors' newsletters. Like I said, it's often all the way at the bottom of their newsletter. They'll put like everywhere they're going to be that year. And as the year progresses, they'll even start to put ones for next year. Because say, like the one I just went to last weekend, right? So now they're already planning 2025's book signing. So within the next couple months, they'll have a firm date. And authors that are going to go to it again will already have it on their thing for next year. So you can find them that way. A lot of times, you just type in book signing, even into Google. Type like, near you and book signing. Yeah, and you don't have to go there and buy books. If you have books by an author at home, or you could buy them off Amazon specifically for the event and take them with you. If you bring books with you to the signing, they will still sign them gladly. Like they're not like, no, sorry, you have to buy them here today. But a lot of my books are already signed because I've bought them at signings, or I've won them in like giveaways and stuff. And if it's the author themselves doing the giveaway, a lot of times they'll sign it and send it to you. But yeah, You can find out, like, a lot of times just go, if there's an author you like, you can find them on Facebook or wherever and send them a message, or go on their website and find their email address, because they always have it listed, and email them and be like, hey, I love you. Are you going to be signing anywhere? And you can find out that way. But yeah, there's ton. I mean, it's one of those things, like, you don't realize how easy it is to find until you start to look and you're like, wow, that like, why didn't I think of that before? It is definitely, like, the first one I ever went to, I was like, how do I even find out about these things? It was like random. We were living just outside Omaha, Nebraska, and I saw like a flyer or something. It was this little room. It had like maybe 12 local authors to it, or local-ish. And I was hooked. And then, of course, at that book signing, they'll have little business cards or flyers for other book signings that are going to be close, within a little, like an hour's drive or somewhere. And then, so that's how I found my next one. And then authors that I met at that one, they're like, hey, I'm going to be at this other one. It's not far from here. You should go to that one. And then it like spirals until you're finding them all over the place. But definitely, I know you may not want to share your location, and that is completely fine. If you share like at least a general location, I can try to help find, or even if you just don't want to say it in chat and you want to PM me or message me on Discord, I can try to help you find ones that are kind of at least somewhat near you, or I can send them to you and you can decide if they're close enough to go to for you or not. But I can keep an eye out, definitely. And if you want, in my book chat channel in Discord, I can post links to ones I find, and then you can use that to decide, as a reference. I try to share what I find, especially if I know like people potentially are interested in it. If not, I'm like, oh well, I am harassing you guys with all my book knowledge, whether you want it or not. I shall accost you with my book knowledge. In Reno, Nevada, thanks for all your tips. I started Googling, just saw... Yeah, Barnes & Nobles are a good place too. It'll usually only be like one author at a time, but if you like that author, it's fantastic. Barnes & Nobles has tons of like in-store events. Also, if you have children, they have tons of in-store children events that are completely free to attend. We've gone and built Legos, like where they handed out free Lego. Like, of course, they're like the little polybag ones, but free Lego sets where I think my son got to listen to the guy who writes Dog Man. Like all kinds of stuff. But yeah, just local Barnes & Nobles. Yes, they are fantastic. Barnes & Nobles is highly underrated. Like, they always have stuff. So you can check your local Barnes & Nobles, and they will have like a whole list of things they're doing. Some, there's not like a penalty if you wind up not showing up, but they want you to sign up in advance to make sure they have enough of the items. So like when I think the kids built a mini Frozen Castle polybag thing, and you had to pre-register, but that was so that they could make sure they had enough polybags for everybody. And stuff like that, But yes. Even check local bookstores. There's a little tiny local bookstore about an hour from us. And they have they had like 5 local authors signing books at theirs one day. So you can find them all different places. When we lived in Virginia, a local bookstore there too had like 3 like it was a one-time thing. And they had 3 local authors there that had their books, and you could go and meet them and sign them. And it's even easier to talk to them then, because it's not as, there's not 300 people waiting to meet them. So, but yes, lots of places like that. I know there's at least 2 in Vegas every year. So I can look more into those and get you the links. I don't know what time of year they are, so they may have already passed for this year, or at least one of them. But, you know. No, don't tip over on me. But yes, lots of places. I know it's one of those things that you think, like, makes it seem like you've got to be, like, in the know to know. But I think that's more because it seems like that. Right. Like I said, I don't know what months they're typically in. So they may have passed for this year or they may have not. I mean, we're not that terribly far into the year, but depending on when they are, it might have already kind of done its deal. Okay, so. Okay, I was like, I keep seeing them reference clicky clicky. I found the clicky clicky. Okay. We have the butt of the ship. Our ship has a butt. But I know there are 2 fairly big ones in Vegas. And if you don't live that far, you don't necessarily have to get a hotel room. Like technically the one that's going to be in Fort Smith, I could drive down in the morning and drive home in the same day. Yeah, big butts. It's got a big butt. But that said, we could make a weekend out of it, like go down Friday and the kids could do things, you know. And then while I'm at the book signing Saturday, he could take the kids and do things. And then we could try to do something, you know, like half day Sunday before we drive home, since it's only like 2.5, 3 hours. So we'll probably make it into a family trip. But I went to one in Gettysburg, and while I was at the book signing, he took the kids all around the battlefield in Gettysburg, and they liked that. They got to get out of the car at different spots and stand with all these statues and stuff and take pictures. They had a blast. So 2 hours in, that was one bag. That's all right. If we have to go to a third stream to finish this, it's not that big of a deal, because the second one I'm going to make is just another version of this set. So it's not like anything. They kind of go together. But yes, I will gladly look into different ones as I go through my emails and stuff, or I will even Google, and I will send you anything I find, Laura. Boop. Now we're building a bridge-ish area for the front of the ship. Mid-front. What time do I need to pick up? I don't know. Sometimes she goes to 4:30 and sometimes she goes to 5. She will usually text me, we're cleaning up, come, you know, and then I know I can start heading that way. And then usually she's either already outside or I only have to wait a few minutes for her to come out. Boots usually stays till 5. So I think that's why she stays till 5. But yesterday, I think they were promptly told, you're done, get out. But they had states this past weekend, so I'm thinking maybe they don't need to practice, you know, they're cutting back on practice a little bit, but I'm not sure. Sweet, I'll keep an eye out on your book. Yes, I will start posting ones I find in there. That way, no matter where they are. And I know I've seen, it is like definitely on my bucket list to do. I've seen cruise book signing. So they go on a 3-day, 4-day cruise, whatever. And it's one giant book signing the whole time. That is like top tier of my book bucket list, is to go on one of those cruise book signings. I think they're doing an Alaskan one next year, I want to say. But it is definitely on my bucket list of things to do, is a cruise book signing. I'm telling you, Laura. Right? It would be amazing. I hunted for 2 and I didn't even need to. Okay, sorry. I kissed the baking pan yesterday with my forearm. And it's big enough that a regular Band-Aid doesn't work. So I have to put like gauze, and cream. But I'm also allergic to the adhesive on tape. So now my arm just itches like a fool. But I wasn't going to run out and buy a whole new roll of tape. I thought I had paper tape, which I'm generally not allergic to the adhesive on paper tape. But I didn't. I only had that waterproof stuff. And so now my arm just itches like crazy. Listen, I was just thinking the same thing. I was thinking, Laura, we could definitely... we could do's it. I know there's a huge one in South Dakota called Deadwoods. It's in the town of Deadwood, and it's like the whole town is kind of historical Jesse James Wyatt Earp type feel to the whole town, and they host a huge book signing there every summer. I think there's a big one in Portland, Oregon. I mean, there's some of them are humongous. I've never been to one that's like crazy big, because honestly, I worry that they're going to turn into a shit show. Because you know what I mean? You only have so much amount of time, and you can only see so many authors within that time. You know what I mean? I don't want to miss somebody because I had to pick and choose. I want to be able to walk the whole signing in the allotted time. Okay, got that piece, got that piece, that piece, that piece, and that piece. Okay. But some of them are so huge. Like the one that they do in Washington, D.C., the general admission tickets sold out like in a minute. And you had to then go and buy specific wristbands to see specific authors. And I was like, I don't want that. I don't want to go to one that is so big that I don't get to see everybody. Because just because I've never read that author before doesn't mean I won't love their books. So I like going to ones that maybe are considered on the smaller side, but I have time to roam and meet everybody. Ooh, I made a wheel. Like a ship wheel. And that I know is total preference. Some people don't care about that. They just want to go to see the authors they like at that show. And that's fantastic. I don't, you know what I mean? I'm not like, oh no, you're doing them wrong. You do book signings however you want to. There is no right or wrong way. Listen, get in the hole. Bloop. Oh. It's not getting in the hole. There it is. Oh, that's why it didn't do that. Okay. But yeah, I will definitely start posting, even if they're kind of all over, you know, not necessarily one place or the other. Why are you not? Oh, because I'm a dumbass. Read the instructions. That doesn't seem right, because that seems flat. Something's not right. I think I know. Maybe. I don't know. Okay. I did not do something right. I think this piece. But how is that? Okay. Sorry. Go back many pages for me till I figure out what I did wrong. Okay. Okay, this piece. Here's the big bar. A goal of mine is to travel more, and book signing seems like such a cool event. Yes, a lot of times you don't have to go like just for the specific book signing. Like you could make a weekend out of it. Okay, that is what I did wrong. Easy fix once I figured out what it was I did wrong. Out and that way, and then these this way. The one I went to up there, like the hour from me up there, and it's called Heber Springs. There were some ladies that came from South Carolina, like on a whim. They were like, "Yeah, we saw it," and we're like, "Yes, we're doing it." And so they came from South Carolina. They found really cheap flights, and they booked like an Airbnb type at a really good deal, and they made a weekend out of it. Okay, I still feel like it's slightly wrong. Clippy clippies. My wheel. I guess it's not. It just feels like it is. Apparently, I'm right, but it just feels wrong. It is on there correctly, though. But yes, I mean, you can go all different places. So when I lived just outside Omaha, we would go to the one in Kinky in Kansas. It was called Kinky in Kansas. There's another one happening in Kansas, but it's no longer like the same people that were doing Kinky in Kansas. It's a different company. It's called like Flirty in Kansas or something like that. But we would go to that one, to the Northern Iowa Book Bash, and then there was another one that we went to in that area. And they were all like about 3 hours away. And then so we would either drive in the night before and stay one night, or we would get up early and drive there and then stay the night and drive home the next day. It was usually one or the other. But you could totally make a whole weekend. You could do lots of things. And most book signings will have a deal with the hotel where they block out a bunch of rooms and you get a discount. So there's, you save a little money that way. Or like we have a Hilton Honors credit card because my husband went on a TDY and they literally stayed at a Hilton hotel. So he earned all these. He's like, if I'm going to be here this whole time, I'm going to earn points. So he signed up to become like a Hilton Honors member. And so then we do that. But, you know, whatever works for you. Like I said, they usually have a block of rooms for people coming in out of the town. That's both like authors, PAs. Sometimes there are cover models there. I've been to 2 or 3 where they've had cover models just kind of wandering around the show, and you could stop and take pictures with them. Sometimes they're at a specific author's table and you can take a picture with them there. The one I went to this past weekend, one of the cover models was there. And at first I didn't even realize it because he wasn't like dressed up. I think the author was his wife or somebody he knew like personally, because he didn't even like, he was like, you sure you want a picture with me? Nobody ever wants a picture with me. I was like, man, you were on this book cover. Please come around the table and have a picture with me. And he's like, okay, if you're sure. Yes, dude, you're on a book cover. Technically, a lot of people have a picture of you. But yes, they are tons of fun. I will say, get a rolling cart. Go to Staples or Home Depot and buy one of those little file carts that you can roll behind you. Because if not, 10 books in one of those little shoulder bags, and it will feel like it's about to saw your shoulder in half. They get heavy so fast. One book signing, and I was like, what are all these people have these carts for? Where did they get these carts? And I was like, I won't need a cart. And yet 10 books later, I was like, my arm. Yeah, you need a cart. Either that, or you're running to your hotel room or car a lot to drop them off. This past year, The Lost City was saying, no, I keep meaning to watch it. It's on my like watch list, and I just keep not clicking it. Is that what that movie's about? It just looked hilarious, so I put it on my watch list. I didn't even like check what it was about. Now I'm definitely gonna have to watch it. Okay, let's do Stream Raiders. We have 43 peoples on the battlefield. This in 2023, there was a huge book signing in Texas called Motorcycles, Mobsters, and Mayhem. And it had a ton of authors. And they asked them, they're like, hey, let's do something fun. Everybody write a book that will coincide with the signing. And so they were, you know, that kind of a theme. And they turned out so huge that like authors have gone on to write 4 and 5 books in their series related to the signing. But it was pretty cool. Ooh, let's see what random winners. Beer Bear, Doif Ellis, Pomamore. I don't know. I probably butchered those two, but ooh, I got a skin, a Necromancer skin, Death Gym Necromancer. Ooh, and money. That's the money. Okay, let's look at that skin. There's my Necromancer. Store. I can buy some more of those. 13. Oh, 14. 14. Yeah, I put it on my watch list, but I was like, I don't know. And then I just kept not clicking on it. Usually because we don't have cable, and we haven't had cable in years and years. So I use Hulu, and I just watch it the next day. So usually the next day I'm watching like whatever show was on last night, technically. Ooh, are you guys interested? I just got the little app they use to talk to us archery parents. Has a thing. Official 3D state tournament being held at Pangburn. Fantasy loves the 3D versus the regular target. And I think it's because of the way they stand. They cram them in there like sardines to shoot. And she doesn't like that. I don't blame her. April 6th. If you want to attend. She likes 3D. I will put my little bomber guy because I like him. So this is anything but I like to put in, if you stand in this purple area, you don't move in like, unless you have to. So say there's only other ranged left at the end, then it'll allow you to move. That's why I like to mark that, because some people don't know. It's the defensive zone. So it doesn't matter to me if you put people in there or not, but I like to give warning, because I did not realize that the first time I saw a purple area on a map, and I put my guy in there and I was like, why isn't he moving? She'd probably love that. So, she'll probably sign up for that. They did their state's championship this past weekend, but I haven't seen anything about like how well they did. I know there was a thing about what is it? Like, please donate canned goods, because I guess at the state championship every year, there's like whichever team brings the most canned goods gets $1,000 donated to their school as like a prize. But I didn't see anything for like how well they did during the championship. So you know. Where was I? And I just looked through the thingy, and I still didn't see anything on like how they placed. She did not go this year, but it was also like her first year, on an archery team. So we did not necessarily expect her to go. And in a way, it actually turned out not a bad thing that she didn't go, because we already had like that weekend super booked. Okay, pull this down a little bit. Oh. Okay. Yes, drop it. That's exactly what it wanted me to do. I guess some kind of flag or something? I don't know. But that's where it wanted me to put it. Two of them. Oh. We've been building so many pieces and then putting them on. I just figured I should move it back out of the way, but don't do this. There we go. But as you can tell, I could talk about books all day long, so if you bring the topic up, it's probably going to go for a while. No, that's not the right shape. This is the right shape. Sure, one of those. I do it fine too. Ooh, we made a little stairwell. Little steps. This, and connect those. Then push the ship away again so we can do something else. One of these. I guess we can combine those. There's not much left in one of those buckets. Okay. It's itchy, itchy, itchy. Oh, it looks like a sandwich. Looks like a little sandwich. It is not a sandwich. Okay. Come back, window. I didn't mean to push you in a little bit. I think it's supposed to be so that it can't, but it did move a little bit. Okay. Turn the boat so that it's facing the way they want it to. Like this. Pop that in. But only once you have the thing connected correctly. Okay. So we put that right there. Now I'm going to guess that we're going to make one for the other side. I'm correct. So I don't know about anybody else, but I always have to, on these bendy ones, I always have to look which way the bubble is. Or I feel like I'm going to put it on wrong. Okay. Then, I believe... Yes. Okay, remember to clicky it first before I clicky it. No. 1, 2. So, you know those, was it pair eyewear where you can, like, magnetic the different, things on? So you can, like, always be changing what your frame looks like? Does anybody have those? And if so, or if you know somebody who has a pair, do you like it, or does your friend like it? I keep looking at them because I think I need a new pair, or I'm going to soon. I think these are bent, this frame. So I always keep looking at that pair eyewear because I know that can become an obsession. Thank you very much. I'll be like, I need new frame thingies. But I wondered, like, how the experience with them was, like how easy or whatever it was to order. And all right, I want them. So I need really tiny glasses because my cheeks are super high, and so, like, I can't have, like, too big of a frame. It has to be these kind of thin, ovally type, because my cheeks are super high, and even at this, it's hard to tell, but they almost touch the bottom of my ribs, and that would drive me absolutely batshit crazy during the day if they actually did. But I keep seeing those pair eyewear, and they do have the kind of ovally type frames, but I'm like, I don't know anybody who has them. You know what I mean? Like, to ask, like, personally, like, hey, was it an easy process to order your frames? Do you like them? Do you find them to be quality? You know, etc., etc. Because I could easily become obsessed with having, like, those little clicky on. I need 3 for Halloween and 7 Harry Potter ones, and I'll have, like, 1,000 little snappy frame things. You know, do you find them affordable in the kind of obsessive personality we all have? Or are they kind of expensive? You know, I just have 1,000,005 questions I would like answered, please. Thank you. But I keep seeing the commercial for them, and I'm like, I really want them. And I think Boy Wonder needs glasses. So okay, the second one. I have to make him an eye doctor's appointment. At school, he was under the, they sent home a thing that says, you know, please, he needs more of an evaluation than we can give them with the standard, you know, little eye test at school. Which doesn't necessarily mean he needs glasses, but he needs a better test than, you know, we do. So I have gone through quite a few pairs, but I had children. They have been broken by a child on more than one occasion, and I've had to get a new pair. Or, like, one time they were I don't want to say intentionally, but he, like, walked in and stood next to the bed, and was curious, and then like picked them up and bent them and broke them. He was like 2. He didn't know better. It wasn't intentional, but it also wasn't necessarily an accident. And then one time, you know, the kids playing, they get knocked off my face, you know. But yes, I keep looking at those pair I wear, and I'm very curious. Come on, why are you not tippy clipping? Carrot, why are your glasses? Well, I mean, I say, why are your glasses so old? But I mean, if they're not broke, don't fix it. But you've had, I mean, I know it's different. It sounds a little sexist, but it's different for women who've had children because being pregnant can change your eyesight. So I don't mean that in kind of a like, you know, that kind of a way, but it is a fact that being pregnant can change the hormonal fluctuations and all that can change your eyesight. But you've had eye tests in that 14 years, haven't you, to make sure that your eyesight hasn't changed dramatically? Or no? Or are you being a bad carrot? Okay, clippy clippy. One of you. Because I think my last eye test was probably about 4 years ago, so I'm due more than one by now. Because I think you're supposed to have them like every year or every other year. Even if you don't get new glasses, I think TRICARE pays for you to have an eye test every year. So I'm overdue, but that being said, I don't think my prescription has changed, and if it did, it's not a drastic amount. But yes, I'm due for an eye exam as well. So I need to schedule one for me and Boy Wonder. Okay, there's those. Oh, there's the piece. No, don't go. One of you. And there's only one red, so. We're doing our mast. So I'll have done 2 whole bags today. I feel like disappointed and excited at the same time. I know that's weird. Like disappointed that I didn't do more, and at the same time so excited that there's been so much going on that I couldn't do the set. I know that's kind of weird. Pay no attention to me. Because I like watch other people and I'm like, man, they got so much going on. They only got 2 bags done. I get like a whole set done. So it's very exciting that I didn't get anything done. At the same time, I feel bad like I didn't get anything done. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. You just want to see my peen cup. And brick tax. Oh, I think I put it inside. I did, because there was only a little bit. Okay. This step is going to be very exciting. Are you ready? Boop. That was it. That was the whole step. Every time I pick the ship up, I touch the rudder, and I think I'm messing something up. I'm not. Okay. Ooh, we're making railings. Here's our little bridge thingy. Gangplank bridge, whatever you want to call it. Oh, we are almost done. And then I will unfortunately have to raid and run, which I generally hate doing. But we need to go get dinner. Okay, so we have this little piece, and we're gonna turn the boat a little sideways and put it right there, and then this little piece right there. Yep, and then we're gonna do the same thing on this side. So this, and this, and this to go like this. Whoop whoop, we did it! Only 3 extra pieces. Let me put my little bookmark in there. Sort these couple little pieces, and then we'll look at where we are on the ship, like how much we've done. Okay, where are you? I know I have a bucket for these. Ah, there they are. Okay, this is kind of where we're at with the ship. I'm pretty sure that in the end, these are gonna go here. You know, like this. Which is sad, because they only gave me 2, but I have 4 cannon flaps. So now I'm gonna have to pick up brick stuff to make cannons. Because why only have 2 cannons when you could have 4? Actually, I won't. Because how much you want to bet there won't be any on the inn. Right? So maybe I only have to pick like some pieces? Or maybe no pieces? But anyway, this is kind of where we're at right now. back of the boat, and then the front of the boat. We will work on this some more next week. We have 2 bags left in this, and then I'm gonna make this too. The inn is what they call it, like when you're looking at the things. So this will be next week. And then I got Lego mail today. So after we finish these 2 and we decide what to do next, I have Fun Hole, like a camp, 2 sets that go together to kind of make like a campground. And then I have a bunch of flowers we can do. And I also have like Stitch Fun we can do. But like I said, we still have some to this and the whole inn to do. So it'll be a little bit before I have to worry about it. I want to thank everybody who, Zach Rutledge for raiding in, and all the lovely people he brought with him today. That was fantastic. I am so excited. That was really fun. I usually stream during the day, so you know, there's not a lot of people on. So I don't get a ton of raids. It's usually Carrot. But I appreciate anybody who raids in. It was super fun to have like a big raid. There's nothing against any raid though. I'm just stating I was super excited. Thank you for all the new follows. Now I gotta set a new follower goal because I think it was 150. So I'll probably just put it at 200. But it's always fun to reach those. But just thank you so much, you guys. There's like 4 minutes left. I think we can start early. We have 42 people on the raid, so this way it isn't left hanging. Let's just start it early because, you know, it's fun, you know. I know it's a little early, and that might stop people from putting like a last one in, but that's okay. Yes, we're gonna go have dinner. Crazy just went to go pick up Fantasy from archery practice. And then I have to find somebody to raid to, and I hate to raid and run, but that's probably what I'm gonna have to do today. I know, I only got 2 bags done today. It's both exciting and a little scary. Let's see. We won, and we still have 33 people left. I knew we could do it. Okay, since it's the last one, I try to give, like, the last one of the day as kind of like a... I will! You have a wonderful day, too. Okay, what is it? Odami? And then we'll just let random for the last one. Oh, Laura Skywalker. You got 3 of them today, Laura. Look at you with all the luck today. Let's see. It didn't finish any quests, and I didn't really get any money, so I don't have to worry about anything. And I'll go to stream ending, and I'll quick look, or if somebody has a recommendation for who to raid into, I'm open to that too. I hate raiding and running, but can't be helped today. If not, I think we'll just go into Mr. Haral. I see that he is on, and I don't think he's been on. Oh, he's been on for about 2 hours, but I don't know if that means he's getting ready to get off or anything like that.
Oh, the other thing too, just while that's still a thing talking about with that lake, not only did
I had it on mute, but apparently it didn't care.
Pyrax said, later at Datasphere, have a good day. Datasphere said, wait, one more drop.
those were the Lego stores that I got
Let's
to.
go into Brooks Bricks. Because it looks like he's only been on for about an hour, and he is not currently on a break. So I don't like raiding into people when they're on a break, because then they don't see it, and then if they do see it later, then they may feel bad that they didn't see it. So raid Brooks, and then let me make sure I spelled that right. Nope, capital, both capital.
Data is fair, said, okay, I'm out now.
Okay, good, it worked. Let's then, what is it? Raid Brooks. Oh, Brooks. Woohoo, it worked. Okay. Thank you again, everybody who hung out and who came with the raid, and everybody who followed from the raid. Just everybody, thank you, and have a good day and a good weekend, because I won't see you till Sunday, hopefully. Hopefully I will see you again on Sunday is what I mean. But thank you so much. You guys are a blast.
Probably could have waited to put that back on.